American Dirt by Jeanine Cummins. Fiesta. This section introduces the protagonist, Lydia Quixano Perez, a middle-class bookstore owner in Acapulco, Mexico, and her family. She is happily married to journalist Sebastian, and they have an 8-year-old son, Luca. The section ends with a brutal massacre at a quinceañera party, which Lydia and her family barely survive. The fall. Lydia and her family are forced to flee Acapulco and go into hiding after the massacre. They make their way to her aunt's house in a nearby town, where they begin to plot their escape to the United States. Along the way, they encounter dangers and obstacles, including corrupt police officers and ruthless cartel members. Pain. Lydia and her family cross the border into the United States and enter the world of undocumented immigrants. They are forced to travel by foot and train, facing harsh conditions and the constant fear of being caught by immigration officials. Lydia and Luca are also haunted by the trauma of the massacre they witnessed. Labyrinth. Lydia and her family reach a migrant shelter in Tapachula, Mexico, where they meet other migrants and form bonds with them. They also encounter an enigmatic man named Javier, who offers to help them cross the border into the United States. The Beast. Lydia and her family board a freight train known as La Bestia, which is notoriously dangerous and used by many migrants to travel north. They face extreme danger and violence on the train, including attacks by gangs and accidents caused by the train's speed and lack of safety features. The Spider. Lydia and her family reach Tijuana, Mexico, where they stay in a safe house run by a woman named Rebecca. They are close to the border but face further obstacles, including a corrupt immigration lawyer and the threat of deportation. Lydia also learns more about Javier's past and his connections to the cartel. El Norte. Lydia and her family cross the border into the United States, but they are still not safe. They must navigate the complex and often cruel world of undocumented immigrants, facing poverty, discrimination, and exploitation. Lydia finds work as a cleaning lady for a wealthy family in Denver, Colorado. The Arrival. Lydia and her family adjust to their new life in the United States, but they are still haunted by the trauma they experienced in Mexico. Lydia becomes increasingly paranoid and anxious, fearing that the cartel will find them. She also receives threats from a mysterious caller who knows her secret. The Ride. Lydia and her family embark on a road trip to visit Lydia's mother in Texas. Along the way, they encounter new challenges and dangers, including a run-in with the police and a harrowing encounter with a white supremacist group. La Bestia. The novel ends with Lydia reflecting on her journey and the sacrifices she and her family made to reach safety in the United States. She thinks about the other migrants still trapped in Mexico and the dangers they face, and wonders if she can do anything to help them. The final section is titled after the train that symbolizes the perilous journey many migrants undertake to reach the United States. American Dirt by Jeanine Cummins is a gripping and intense novel that tells the story of a Mexican family's journey to the United States to escape the violence and persecution they face in their homeland. It has been both praised for its emotional power and criticized for its depiction of Mexican culture and immigration issues. Overall, American Dirt is a thought-provoking and important book that sheds light on the urgent and ongoing issue of immigration.